SBR Forum's Punters is brought to you by Bookmaker.
I'm Peter Loshak, and we're talking with John Ryan from JohnRyanSports.com right now. John, one of the games I asked you to cover was the Packers at Colts. The Colts are a 7-point home underdog. Total is 47.5, and the Colts, of course, are off a bye, and they're just getting news that their head coach has cancer. So that's a big tragedy, and I'm thinking that the Colts might be the play here, +7. I think they might clamp down on defense. They'll have an extra week to prepare. And, the Packers, Greg Jennings is probably going to be out. The Packers offense is rounding to form. They're starting to get, show flashes of the explosiveness that they used to have, but they are a little bit inconsistent. What do you think, Colts +7?
I'm leaning towards the other side, Peter, in this game. Green Bay, I think, has an offense that the Colts, even with the motivation to play hard for their coach and all the other factors, will just be too much for them. And the one thing I've noticed with Green Bay is they have a running game that not too many people are mentioning. And I don't see the Colts defensive front holding up that well. In fact, their defensive front really hasn't gotten any surges in the past games. So one wild card here, if I can call it that, is Jermichael Finley is the Packers tight end, and he's been pretty much degraded through the media in the past week for drop passes, poor routes, etc. But I think against the Colts here, he could have a big game. If they spread the field and get the running game going, then as we know, play action pass is open, and the tight end is one of the best targets to go after. My simulator shows that the Packers are going to gain 6 yards or more per play in this game. And this is good news for Packers and obviously bad news for the Colts fans. Over the last 3 years, the Packers are 16-7, and since 1992, they're 76-37 against the number when they've gained more than 6 yards per play. And like I said, I think there's a high probability they're going to gain at least that in this game.
But does your simulator take bye weeks into account?
It sure does, yeah.
All right, yeah. I guess the Colts might not have the personnel to stack up. I gotta tell you, I'm still leaning towards the Colts +7 here, despite what you're saying. I guess we'll have to
on your
agree
side of the ledger, Peter, the betting public is on Green Bay right now at about 65% of all bets that I'm monitoring. That's one cautionary red flag for me. As you know, I like being on the book side. And also on the, it's nice to be on the sharp side too. But it looks like in this game, there's actually money coming in a little bit too much on Green Bay, and 7.5 is a kind of a tough number, as you know.
Yeah.
So I will be updating this in the thread as Sunday approaches, just to kind of fine tune it, whether it's going to be a 5-star or a 10-star play. But it will be the Packers.
I'll be interested to see if there is any sharp action on this game, one way or the other. Thanks, John.